In a previous video, we created a multiple choice exam for our students. The screen you're seeing is the screen that my student sees when they've just finished taking the exam and turned it in. You'll see that, given the settings I put on the initial exam, they can click View Score, and their exam has been automatically graded. They got the first question, dogs, right, and the second question, they should have given both the answer cats and dogs, but they only gave one answer, so they got this one wrong. Now let's go back to our teacher classroom and see what the grades look like from our end. So here's that assignment. If I click on it in my classroom, I can look at the actual form itself. I can see the one that was turned in. If I want to see all my students' grades, I like to click on the form itself. And what you're seeing when you open it, this is not necessarily intuitive, it's actually the screen that your students see when they're taking the exam. So you want to see the student responses. Go down to the bottom right-hand corner of the screen and click this pencil. Now you can see the exam itself, the answers that you gave, under the Questions tab, and under the Responses tab, you can see the answers that your students submitted. So I'm going to click Responses, and I can view a summary. This is sort of a summary of how everyone did on the whole exam. I can view responses by questions. Say I'm interested in question 2. I can look and see what each student said to question 2. Or I can view responses by individual. So view the entire exam for each student. Something I think is really convenient is to make a spreadsheet of responses. So if you click this green square at the top, it'll ask you, do you want to create a new spreadsheet? And you'll say, yes. What this does is it opens up a Google Sheets. This is a lot like Excel, but it has some nifty features. And you'll have one row with all of the answers for each student who's taken your exam. So here's the time my student took the exam at, the student's email address, the overall score they got, and their individual answers to each of the 2 questions on the exam. Each row has a different student in it. In this case, I only have 1 student in my class, but I would see them all here if I had more. This spreadsheet, when you create it, is in your Google Drive for your Wright Institute Gmail account. So, let's see how to actually pull grades into my Google Classroom. I'm going to click View Assignment, and you'll see this option to import grades. I'm going to choose Import Grades. It says, do you really want to import the grades? I'll say yes. This inputs the grade that my student got with the automatic grading determined, and it's in draft format, in case I want to make any changes before I send them back. Here, I'm going to send them back to students. If I check this box, it checks the exam for all of my students, and I'm going to return them all at once. Return work to one student, and I can actually submit a comment with it if I want to say something about their exam, and I'm going to go ahead and return it. Now my student can see his grade, and if I go to the Grades tab in my Google Classroom, I can see his grade on the multiple choice exam as well.